451. We're talking League One. We're going to give you the lowdown. Like I done.
I love that. Absolutely love
That's
that.
what I do, man.
Ryan and I are not alone. We've got MK Don striker Ryan Lowe with us.
Chaps.
Fresh from beating Swindon Town last night.
Yeah, just about fresh. Obviously, 2-0 was a good scoreline, but it was a tough game, to be honest.
You got one?
Yeah, I did manage to get the last one. I was just saying to Wright off air then, I said, you know, the ball was coming down, I'm thinking, well, should I hit it first or not? But managed to bring it down, compose myself and slotted in the bottom corner.
It's one of those, I saw you didn't start. What was that like? Because you've been starting most of the games.
I weren't too happy, Righty, to be honest. The gaffer, I was looking for you. I was looking for you last night, but you weren't there for a bit of encouragement.
Yeah. Mrs. got back from New York last night. I was under pressure.
Just leave your mate alone, and yeah, cheers.
I knew you'd be all right, though. You see.
No, obviously the manager pulled us in just before the game and just said he was going to freshen it up a little bit. Obviously, I played the last 10 games or something, and majority of them 90 minutes, and he said, you know, a few of the lads got fatigue and what, but I weren't having it. I said to him, not having it, and he was like, well, I said, you know, we need to win the game, and he says to me, well, look, I picked the team to go and win, so I took, and he said, well, you probably come on and fuck me over anyway. And
you did?
And I managed to do that, yeah.
Good man.
And in the meantime, when I celebrated right over to him, I was ready to give him, you know, he's put his arms out for a big hug, I've jumped on him, and he's managed to split his kicks because they were a bit too tight.
He's trying to fit in this grey suit at the moment, everyone. Which I'm just thinking it's just a little bit close on him, Lowe.
Well, he called me in last night after the game, and we were walking in the tunnel. He went, come here. I went, why? He went, look at me kicks. I went, well, the suit must be still a bit too small. Like, back in the cupboard. But no, obviously it was a great team performance as well, and we needed, as people have said, and you know, as Wright, you know, we need to go on and win every game now till the end of the season. We've got 4 cup finals to play and hopefully win them and see where it takes us.
I've got to ask you about last Saturday against Crawley Town. It was 0-0, you scored a hat-trick of offside goals. That is an absolute sickener.
It is, yeah. And
were they offside?
Well, you know, I think forwards don't get the benefit of the doubt no more. I was saying to, you know, if I'm facing that way and my foot's just in front of him and the defender's flat-footed, you're thinking, well, is that classed as offside? And I'm afraid nowadays it is. So, obviously, the second one where, you know, one of our lads, Shawnee Williams, had ran through and, you know, I've had to stay on side because I thought he was going to slide me in, right? He saw him hold me run, and he's hit it, and the keeper's parried it out to meet goal. And I'm thinking, but obviously the geezer, the linesman on the right-hand side, was obviously carrying a bit of weight and couldn't keep up to scratch with it for me. And
did you tell him that?
I did tell him, yeah.
Yeah, okay, right.
He weren't too happy at half-time because that was the second goal that was disallowed. The first one was from a free kick, and you know, managed to get across and header, and I think it was offside because, you know, our striker who's at the free kick sort of done a bit of a Ronaldo step as he's got to the ball, and so I've gone over to the linesman as he's run off, and he's zigzagging away from me right over to the referee.
Is that right?
I said, yeah, you know, wait until you see it. But I was disappointed.
And that's all you said to him, wasn't it?
In a kind enough way, yeah.
That's the funny thing. Lowe makes a good point there. You know, if you've got a foot, like it's like my foot being in front of him here.
Yeah.
What's the advantage there? You know what I mean? You're getting called offside, and it's not like you're a whole body length in front of somebody to run onto it. It's just ridiculous.
But it could just be a bad call, though.
Yeah, well.
Too many.
Yeah, too many bad calls for me. Yeah, like you know, I'm seeing. I've been around the game now for this is my 15th season, and you know, you see these referees and linesmen who've been there for a while, and of late, with all due respect, I know they have to come through somewhere along the lines, but these linesmen, I don't think they're ready for it yet, because it's important games, you know. Like last night, we had the linesman last night, a young lad, and by all accounts, he was nearly crying in the referee's room at half-time, because because he got, obviously the gaffer will tell you about it, he's got so many things wrong, so many mistakes, and giving throw-ins for the other side. One hit me on the chin and went out right in front of him, and he gave us the throw-in. I'm looking at him thinking, well, obviously their centre-half's not happy, giving him a bit of stick, but for me, you know, and I know they're probably trying to rush them through to get them, you know, more experience, but it's going to cost teams, definitely.
Have you ever scored and gone properly mental, like celebrating and it been given offside? Is it quite embarrassing?
It is embarrassing.
Yeah.
I've done it a few times, and I think the older you get and the wiser you get and the more experience you've got, you tend to look across the lines. Even last night, I knew I weren't even offside, but I thought I better just look at him, see what he's doing.
Yeah, just as well.
Just as well, but yeah, it is embarrassing, and you get a bit of a. Right, he'll tell you that when you're scoring goals, you get this bit of buzz, and you just don't know what it is, and you go a bit crazy with it, and the last thing you do, the adrenaline's pumping, and the next thing you come down with a bang if the linesman's got that flag up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got some questions for you from Twitter. At Matt_Wilcox says, what's your favourite goal you've ever scored?
Well, I think the favourite one will be Chesterfield away for Bury a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
It got us promotion, and the more and more I look at that goal, I'm like, how did it go in?
I think that answers MJS _89 because he was asking what's your favourite Bury goal. There's one here from at Sammy Volts. Says, do you fancy a move to Burnley?
Yeah, following in Ian Wright's footsteps.
I wouldn't say no.
No. But you are loyal to MK Dons.
Yeah, of course, yeah, very loyal. But you know, I think everyone's ambition is to play as high as they can.
Yeah.
You know, I think mine got took away from me this year. Obviously, I had to leave Sheffield Wednesday. It just got promoted in the Championship. But you know, look, I'm happy at MK Dons. It's a great club, and hopefully we can get to the Championship. You
know, I was going to ask you just quickly about the MK Dons and all the. Do you get stick from other players about the franchise stuff? I'm getting a lot of stick about that. I don't even understand it too much. You know, I try to.
Yeah,
I'm just dealing with
football.
That, I'm just dealing with football.
Yeah, I'm the same, right? I think, you know, you go to a football club. I think obviously you were there when the chairman sat it down, and we still couldn't figure it out, could we? You know, the chairman, with all due respect, a top guy and that, but we just didn't really take in, and we couldn't really figure out how it was. Yeah. To me, it's a football club, and they employ you, you go out and do your job.
It was before the AFC Wimbledon.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
you know
he was
trying
to tell us what and why and where it went wrong. And to be fair to the chairman, I think, you know, what he was telling us was he sort of saved the club. Yeah. You know, he had to come up with half a bar, as he said, right? Which is what?
Half a mil.
Half a mil.
Half a mil, yeah.
And to save the club, and he's did, and you know, the structure of the club and everything about it, you know, it's destined for the top, and hopefully he can get there in the near future.
Okay. A couple more questions for you, Ryan. Who are the young players this season who have impressed you in League One?
Well, a good friend of mine, Jose Baxter for Oldham. Yeah. He's top drawer, and he rings me all the time, Jose, for advice. And you know, when he was moving to Oldham, he was on the phone to me, what do you think? And I said, look, and you know, our gaffer was after him at one stage as well, and he's a quality player. He's had a little bit of well, he's had it easy, if you like, at Everton, you know, coming on as a sub, and you know, making some appearances and doing well there and getting good contracts, and then all of a sudden it's sort of, you know, he had to get a reality check, if you like. Everton offered him a contract, he turned it down because he wanted to go and play football, and you know, fair play to him, he's gone to Oldham. I think he scored 18 or not far off 20 goals now, obviously in a team that's obviously struggled a little bit of late, but I think it's the best thing for him. There's him and James Wallace, who was at Tranmere, he was at Everton as well. He's at Tranmere, he was at Everton as well. I think the two of them are definitely going to get back to the Premiership in the near future, and I think the boy at Walsall, Patterson, is a great little player.
Murphy, how old's Murphy at Crewe?
Luke Murphy at Crewe. Well, I played with Murphy. I used to clean my boots, Murphy.
Is that right?
Yeah, when I was there, I used to give him a bit of stick. And Ashley Westwood, who went to the Aston Villa. And there's another boy there, Max Clayton, a little lively centre forward at Crewe.
Yeah, Crewe have got quite a few.
Yeah, they've got a few, and they will all eventually, I think, will play in the Premiership. Well,
because United signed one of them, didn't they? Manchester United.
Well, yeah, the kid Powell, he's from there, but there's been a few youngsters this season, and I think it's, you know, fair play to the manager, especially the Walsall manager Smith. He's blooded these youngsters through. The lad Rigg as well, he's there, isn't he? You know, he's give these lads a chance, and the clubs are going to make some money off.
You know, when you see the way it's topsy-turvy up the top, 1 minute Donnies are up the top, then they get beaten, like we beat 3-0, they get beaten the other day, then this one's at the top. How comes in that league, how comes everybody's changing the positions up at the top end? Who do you think
are the people best are panicking, Righty. I think people are panicking and changing formations and changing personnel. I just think, you know, you should stick to your winning team, the team that's got you there. You know, if there's injuries, then you know, you need to change bodies, but I think no one wants to grasp it. You know, look at Sheffield United, used to getting beat off Crawley. Now, we played Crawley, you know, the manager, Richie Barker's a good friend of mine, and we dominated them off the park. And Sheffield United haven't probably got as much quality as players as we've got, MK Dons, but what they have got, they've got the home crowd there. Yeah. It's intense there, the atmosphere is electric, if you like. They're all onto you and they're giving you a bit of stick, and their players are at it 24/7 for me, especially at Bramall Lane. And to see that result yesterday, it's if no one wants to take it.
We've got to ask you, who's the dirtiest defender in the league?
Every defender I've come up against this year, I've been battered and bruised. And because
you had a bit of a battle with Ward last night.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you know.
He
was giving it.
Was he?
Do your own work on me and all that. I said, what own work do I have? I don't know you. But,
maybe that's what he meant.
I've had a couple of them. I've the boy Ben Chorley, who was at Leighton Orient as well.
Right.
He gave me a bit. I don't know if it's because I'm a Scouser and he probably gets stuck into you and give you. But I think nowadays, especially the formation we play is one up front. You know, 5'10", weigh 11.5 stone. I think I'm going to get battered and bruised quite a lot,
Right.
but I give it back and I enjoy it. And you know, I had a bit with Ward last night from Swindon, but you know, you shake hands at the end of the game.
It's always one of those when I watch Lowe, because I normally go on the week games, and I always say, when you're playing up front on your own like you do, and this is why I always say to him about being more selfish with his chances, because you don't get many, because all you're doing literally is giving your body up for the team, holding it, laying it off, and trying to get in. That's why I always say to him, in respect of the chances that you get, I saw it at the premium, because you're doing a lot of work outside the box to take the chance. That's why anytime he scores, I'm so happy for him.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, let's move on to Doncaster. They are top of the league, and perhaps the only team up there who've shown a bit of consistency, because they have been top for a little while now, and probably looking like they may be getting automatic promotion. Our team of trusted researchers is suggesting that they could be the best team in Yorkshire at the moment, because Leeds are in a little bit of turmoil. Sheffield Wednesday, Huddersfield fighting for survival.
No, Marcus, only because when you watch what we've done to them the other week, it was almost embarrassing, you know, for them to be top, and what we've done to them. It should have made MK Dons feel, you know, something. We've really got to have a go at this. You know what I mean?
Okay, Ryan, who do you fancy for the league?
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe's men.
I think big, strong, good team, play some good football, and I think they're on the up now. Right. I think, as you're talking about Doncaster, that's a few slippery results, and I think Bournemouth are going to edge you.
Right, do you agree?
To be honest, they were pretty good when we played them down there. But like I said, there's no one that's overly impressed me, because I see the MK Dons boys train on a regular basis, that I've seen anybody play us off the park. Apart from, I think, Brentford the other day, done pretty well, and we kind of played on the counter attack and beat them. But other than that, there's not many teams apart from Bournemouth, really.
Well, we're going Bournemouth then. Should we move on to Do One, son?
Yeah, Do One. This is where somebody in your club that you don't want now, who you feel is extra baggage. I mentioned from the Premiership, Scalacci, Shamak from Arsenal for a start. So who's they saying?
Well,
Marcus?
people have been tweeting in. We've had at Scunny Paxo, who's obviously a Scunthorpe fan. He's saying Brian Laws and half the first 11.
Wow.
He's not messing around, should I say?
Well,
who else have we got? Right,
we've got Cameron UTB, Sheffield United fan. He says Marcus Williams says he's more bothered about attacking than defending, and he's a defender.
Well,
so
play him up front then. Jobs are good, and then he can stay. At Baldy Boy P, he says Alan Smith, one of your teammates. He says he offers nothing for MK Dons.
Rubbish.
Comes on in the last stages, gets a yellow. That's all he does.
Well, what people don't know about Smudger is he offers quite a bit. He's a team player. He's a top man. He's there for you. Even for argument's sake, just last night, you know, obviously when the gaffer said to me he was going to rest me, he's there and going, well, make sure you're ready, be ready. He's just, people look at him and think, yeah, he just comes on and gets a booking, but you know, that's just the way Smudger is. He's still quality in and around training, right? He'll tell you, sees him every day, and you know, he's a leadership Smudger. You know, you see what he's done and achieved in the game. Yeah. I disagree with that.
And I tell you what else as well, to add to that, is that we're talking about a player that could have easily seen out the last few years of his contract on a lot of money, staying where he was, just picking it up. But he saw MK Dons play, got in touch with Carl Robinson, said, I like what you're doing, I want to get involved in that. And to be fair to him, he's come down, he's very professional. And Alan Smith, what I like about him, he's not changed any way he is. You know what I mean? Even in training, if he feels like he's getting over, he'll still go in and tackle like he does. He's a good pro. Always.
Good.
Always moaning.
You know, the gaffer said, we're only doing an hour today, quick, short and sharp, and you're off. Oh, what? I'm not coming in, oh, I want to do X, I want to do this, I want to do that. So he is a top pro.
There you go, Baldy Boy P. You've been told. Let's talk about Walsall then, where Dean Smith is doing pretty well, the Ginger Mourinho as they call him. The fans are unhappy. The chairman's not giving him the backing. Jeff Bonza, I like that name. What do you reckon, Wright?
Well, to be honest, it's one of those. Walsall came down to MK and they played really, really well. They beat us, They were really good. Their team looked good. What's the forward up front? He scored two really good goals.
Rigg.
Yeah.
Will Rigg, is it?
Really good goals. So yeah, it's very hard at that level though.
2 points off the playoffs.
Yeah, but it's hard at that level because you know the fans want to see more backing. It's something I want for MK Dons. I think that the manager should get more backing to help the team more. And I just think at that level, fans have to understand they just haven't got it. They haven't got the capabilities to get the kind of monies, to get the kind of players that they want to kick the club on. It's very hard.
Yeah, it's tough because the fans as well have got to come through the gates, you know, they've got to come through in the numbers for the chairman. He probably doesn't want to, you know, get money out of his own pocket, you know. I've seen a little episode at Bury, what's happened to them over the last few months, and over the past season, the fans are not coming through the gates for them to use some sort of money, and he's probably a bit worried if he does go out and break the bank on a few players, then, you know, it doesn't work out. He's losing money, so it's a no-win situation, really, is it? It's tough for them, but they've done excellent this season. I think they might just, well, hopefully not sneak in the playoffs, hopefully we do, but, you know, they've had a great season if they finish just outside the playoffs.
What's they got to do? Lowe's right there. They've got to get numbers in there.
Yeah.
Let the chairman see that the fans are backing the team.
Maybe Walsall fans should just chill out a bit. Well, if you are a Walsall fan, then comment below or tweet us at @ball_street. We've got some big games coming up in League One at both ends of the table. It's the prediction round, gentlemen. Sheffield United versus Swindon, 5th played 6.
What do you think, Lowe?
I want to go for a draw because
that would suit you.
Well, yeah. But obviously, seeing Swindon last night, I think obviously we beat them 2-0, but they did have a good spell, and you know they were on top for a stage in our game. But I think Sheffield United are going to want to try and claw some points back, and I think the two of them outdo each other really, and I'm hoping for a 0-0 or a 1-1 score draw.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'll go for 1-1 there as well.
Do you think so? I think Sheffield United at home just might edge it.
Well,
just might edge it
sure.
2-1.
Not sure. That last night against
exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Bury v Oldham.
Your old team.
Bottom of the league.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to go for another score draw there. Yeah. I think it's a boring. I think obviously Oldham need the points.
They do.
I think Bury obviously struggled a little bit of late, and Bury need the points as well. But I think Oldham will try and play for a draw. So
yeah, I think because Oldham are away from home, Bury might feel the pressure that they need the points. Oldham might be able to.
That's what I'm thinking.
Get them on the counter attack. I'm going to go Oldham there to win it by the odd goal. I'd go 2-1.
I'll have 1-0 Oldham.
Okay.
And lastly, Leyton Orient versus MK Dons. Home win.
Away win.
Away win, of course.
After win, like Lowe said earlier on. Yeah. Now, we had a little period in the season where we especially when the FA Cup, we had a couple of games in hand and lost a couple of games that we should have won. And I think that these are the kind of games now, like I said, we've got to win all the games. So got to win the games. So I'm going to go for MK Dons because we have to win it.
You have to win it. I'm going to go for a score draw.
That doesn't really help us.
That is again what I say. It won't matter what actually happens on the day. That's the predictions round. Thanks very much, Ryan Lowe, for coming in. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. Cheers. Hopefully MK Dons can go up for your sake and Ian's sake as well. Both involved there. Very MK Dons heavy.
Thank you very much, Marcus.
And thank you for coming in.
Thanks a lot.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
What's up, man, Lowe?
That's the League One for you.